he'll just say, I want anti-mage, because he just feels like playing anti-mage.
That's happening more and more often, that they ask like the carry particular, or whoever is playing the win condition, they want him to be comfortable, right? So they always try to play or ask him what he thinks is best for the draft.
Yeah, it's definitely more than reasonable. I mean, you have Yotaro on your team. You can trust that he's going to pick a good hero to play. He's not going to ask for be Grandmaster on anti-mage, win a TI, and pick anti-mage in a game where it sucks. Like, it's a good anti-mage game.
Yeah. All right, as the game begins, Thunder does this thing where they pretend like that Malo is doing something dumb. They usually do this. And they bait around him.
Sometimes he is, to be fair.
That's the thing, you never can tell, right?
Yeah.
Dark Mago, okay. There's the shackles. Later, if he does it, I have a great story about this. But first now, we're going to see a little bit of a fight here. As Matthew, they go for the level 1 Impale, collapse. Maybe not the easiest target to kill early. And Thunder understands this and they desist. But they still want to fight for the rune. Panda, constantly harassing Miposhka. Could be in a little bit of trouble himself. A Spectral Dagger plus the slow Impale in 3 seconds. Miposhka down to 90 HP. Now the Impale, but he has a Fairy Fire. We need one more hit, and it's going to be the Lich who gets the first blood. Panda Moo with a Frost Blast Steal. He is going to get flamed. That was a good job. Good job.
Delectable. That's a stick for him that he gets to have. More regen to feed his Spectre. And I'm not sure if okay, Yotaro? He's going to TP. How much regen do they have down here? I mean, you have an IO, so infinity of it is the answer to that question. So Yotaro, he's totally fine TPing. He suspects he'll have enough regen to not get punished for that TP. Although, if he...
No.
9 stick charges. Actually 10, so... Okay. Baiting a little bit. But they don't have a salve down here, so that's a bit rough.
Well, IO is the salve. Right? I guess he went for the Ring of Regen. That's going to be enough for now.
Yeah, double tower regen as well. That's nice with the safe lane.
Yeah. Yeah, with the IO, of course, that really does amplify it a fair amount. What do you think of the lanes a little bit? What would you say of the Nyx Assassin Snapfire? Can you make plays of this lane?
I think so, yeah, definitely. I mean, you have tons of nuke damage. Also, if you go for the Snapfire E, which Little Shredder, that I always forget. Yeah. It is good physical damage just between the right clicks and the stuns that they have. It's yeah, pretty solid. I think Mira's more likely to be the one that dies down here.
Okay. Yeah, of course. You don't really want to hunt the anti-mage, right? Bit too difficult.
Once Mira gets a couple of levels and anti-mage has levels in the shield, like, it's going to become very hard to kill Yotaro.
Okay. Let's look at the mid lane a little bit, Jenkins. Tell me about this matchup now. Tiny versus Storm.
I would imagine it's about even. I mean, Tiny's a hero that gets in melee range, and so you can hit the remnants on him and overload procs. But he also has this massive damage advantage with the tree, but it's only for 5 hits. So I think it goes both ways. You can definitely kill the Storm early if you. I've seen a lot of tossbacks happen.
Yeah.
Where Storm gets tossed into tower, as he doesn't have a creep to toss to there, so he's not going to do it, but does get a bit of harass.
Also has no points in toss, which would make it hard to toss.
That would also make it hard to toss, indeed.
Yeah, that does happen sometimes.
Yeah.
All right, let's look at the final lane, Jenkins.
Here we are. We got some Underlord action. I think for Team Spirit, this lane is a lot more about just sitting here and CSing and out-denying the Spectre, which you can see to a degree. That's happening. 10 and 6 on Collapse. He's having a good one here.
And Miposhka does catch Panda Moo here. Well, the shield, you're probably not going to be able to get a kill here, right? Is that going to be enough to save the Spectre in these cases? How do you want to play this lane if you're Thunder? Because there's a lot of kill potential with Shaman.
Pull the lane back as much as you can, which Miposhka is doing a really good job at keeping that camp constantly blocked. Because for in both directions, this is a passive lane.
Right.
Thunder, they're just trying to get whatever they can out of the lane, and Team Spirit, they're trying to auto-deny as much as they can. They picked this lane to have the massive denying potential. Shadow Shaman, second highest base damage in the game. Underlord gets all of that deny damage from his aura, which I imagine he's gone for 2 points in it. Yeah, that's the typical build these days. It's a really boring way to win a lane, but it's super effective.
Why this build over, say, Firestorm or Pit of Malice for us that don't understand?
Yeah, because you're not really gonna harass these heroes out anyway. You don't have that much kill threat.
Yep. Though right now against Panda, there's a potential to kill him. In fact, Panda is gonna go down easily.
All right, that's a caster curse. He had a lot of atrophy damage. You know, they. All right, I don't know. I can't do my job.
Well, you know, I was watching Flycast. He's great, right? And he says I'm wrong. I don't know if you've ever uttered those words before.
No, I just say that I'm useless and can't do my job. As
yes, my dad used to tell me that too. as Collapse.
I'm so sorry.
He does have the... We do have a Frost Shield available, but Collapse is too difficult to target. So you talked about this lane. Okay, you're kind of right, though. This lane is supposed to be kind of passive. You're only going to get kills if you get the shackles like that, right? It's not common.
Yeah.
What's the lane where the plays get made first, in your opinion?
Lots of focus on the runes for mid.
Okay.
If either Dark Mago or Toronto Tokyo can
Dark
get
Mago, by the way.
Dark Mago, God, it's not gonna happen.
All right.
I've called him Dark Mago for like 7 years at this point.
Fair enough. I tried. That's okay.
He's never corrected me before. I thought he was a bot. So
he doesn't understand you.
No, well, that's fair. That's fair.
Anyway,
runes are very important. Okay. Runes are definitely important. Either of these heroes picking up a DD, a regen rune means like either they can farm a lot, they can get some huge GPM, or they can go to a fight, get some kills.
Not blame Miposhka. He's kind of low, but the Frost Shield's out. However, Pakas is going to commit to this, and it's just supports dying, right? Still no cores being killed, a little bit too tanky. So if we're talking about the mid lane runes being important, what team has the advantage in terms of the rotational supports?
Rune control, well, both pretty decent. Nyx is good. He's got good stuns, but I also think Shadow Shaman's same thing. Io can give some regen to... They both got some pretty good rune control supports. I think it just depends on how these the little mid skirmishes go.
Okay.
Like who just presses the better buttons in the mid skirmishes. It's also possible. I remember when we watched yesterday, Thunder. They actually didn't put a lot of focus on getting Dark Mago his runes.
That's true.
And he still had a really excellent game. So maybe they just think that like they can sack him more and it's fine.
They do this a lot. I know that Thunder used to tell me that because Panda used to draft for them when they're in Omega, right? And I asked him, how do you draft when your mid laner has 3 heroes? And he goes, I pick him his hero first, and if he loses his lane, it's his fault for not playing more heroes.
Yeah,
and he got so used to it that eventually I think that developed into a style. Because I did want to ask, right, if you're talking about the rotation, it's not just the supports, but also the cores here. And I don't think leaving Snapfire alone is very easy to do in this lane.
They're making it go on Toronto Tokyo. He got the rune.
Yep.
So the exact opposite of what I was saying happened. What I was saying would happen happened. And so Thunder actually goes mid to get the rune.
Yep.
Toronto Tokyo doesn't get help, and he just jacks the rune anyway. So he's very stoked about that on Team Spirit. They're quite happy with how that went.
Yeah, I was surprised. Why do you think they didn't rotate Miposhka for that? Because Underlord can kind of solo this, right?
Yeah, I think
maybe
so.
for this skill, maybe this is the answer. Miposhka with the shackles. There's the help from the Frost Shield. Pakas getting low. The help from the Impale. And thanks to Matthew, Miposhka might actually be the target. Pakas is healing with a salve in the trees. Matthew, though, has no damage. And they are going to be forcing the support from Thunder out. So Team Spirit, sorry, will not lose anyone either.
Cool. That was a cool little bait from Thunder. Like throwing Pakas in there, knowing that Matthew was right around the corner, making that rotation. And they do have an extra salve for Pakas too, if he doesn't get it canceled by Collapse again. Collapse leveled up the Atrophy Aura, going for treads, pure stats build. This guy in 3 points in the aura, like this guy is just doing insane damage here. 17 denies. What a pain.
That is a pain. Yeah, now 18 as you said it, 19, ever increasing this number. Pakas is getting frustrated.
And you're already Spectre. This is already a hard hero to last hit with in general. Very bad base damage.
And she has 23 last hits to begin with, which is not great, compared to Anti-Mage's 36, right? And once Anti-Mage gets that Battle Fury, it's going to be really difficult for you to recover that.
Yep, and what you are suggesting is happening. They're letting Collapse do his thing up here alone, and sending the supports towards the mid lane to help out Toronto Tokyo on the Storm.
Yeah, Toronto Tokyo was probably like, guys, we got lucky in the first ones. This next rune, it's ours. It has to be mine. And in fact, Mira, they playing with Stormer in the early. They go for Dark Mago a little bit, but not enough damage to actually kill him. Dark Mago knows this. As he gets the Frost Shield, Toronto Tokyo gets the haste room once again, but the toss catches the IO. No use of the tether. Mira does have a magic stick at the very least. The Avalanche, though, sets up for this kill as Panda is going to be killed off in the sideline.
Collapse is there.
Collapse is there. He's going to go for Dark Mago. There is no Pit of Malice yet, though. They hex him. Where's the shackles? 2 more seconds. Dark Mago's a bit too quick. And Matthew covers him. Sacred even joins in. He starts tossing those lava globes, and he's going to be killing off Miposhka.
Did Collapse TP back top, or did he go through? I think he went back through the portal. He's just like, all right, screw this, I'm out of there.
You know, one of my favorite plays I ever witnessed when this Fiend's Gate got added is that Whisper used it to go somewhere, and then did not know he could use it to get back. And he just walked the whole way as the gate expired.
I remember when this first got added.
It was fun.
People were going through it just to see what was on the other side. the enemies would go through it, and it's in Fountain. It's like, oh no, get me out. It would despawn. You're trapped in the enemy base.
All right, guys. I am sure you people in the chat have done this at least once. I have certainly done that.
Yeah,
because you're curious.
You are, bro. That was 9K pubs. Like that happened with pro players.
Impale, the Avalanche, Storm can't zip through. The toss on top of that. Tokyo though does have the ball lightning now. Finally, on a sliver of HP, he gets away. The hunt's committed, but it's not enough.
The dagger.
Use the Spectral Dagger. That's not going to be enough damage to kill him.
It's going all the way to base. Look, if it hit him, he would have died.
It did.
Boy, that is rough. I think that's the right call from Picaz. That was.
Yeah, it was worth trying.
So close, so close.
He got even. He was trying to be efficient. He got the auto attack off, right, and then proceeded daggering.
He needed both. He needed both for sure. I mean,
exactly.
The math was right. It's just unfortunate the timing. But also, really nice play from Toronto Tokyo. He didn't go for the turn around there. Like, just knows that he needs to insta-zip because he could die to the right clicks. Like, if they all get one right click off on him when he turns, he dies there. So he just insta-zips in the other direction, checks things out a bit, and then zips even more. And he's like, all right, I'm out of here.
Exactly. No need to ball lightning away. Just ball lightning away from the enemies, essentially. Larkmago, he's going to TP. The damage is really high, though. Thanks to the double damage rune Toronto Tokyo just picked up, Larkmago will fall.
Yeah, that's a very solid rune to get right in front of a tower, and there's a catapult wave as well. So if they want to stay here and push this, they're going to go for the relocate.
Oh, Sacred could be in trouble himself. He does get a Scatter Blast off, but he's too low on HP, so he'll be the first to die as Pandamu.
Yeah.
They'll be massacred. Team Spirit leaving no prisoners alive.
What did I just hear?
The time of the death.
Time of the death.
That's what I heard.
I heard that. What? Ooh.
I'm not an English speaker, so I don't know.
That's... Is that a chat? A chat wheel? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Whatever. That was intimidating. I'm scared now.
Yeah, it's okay.
What if chat heard that?
Chat definitely heard that. And they're hearing you babble now.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's how it always goes. Dark Mago, he's smoking up towards the bot lane. He is alone.
Matthew, Vendetta,
they're going to get him.
Pale. They are going to get him. They even used the Mortimer's Kisses. And that's going to secure the kill on Yadoro as Miposhka up in the air, down on the ground, dead.
Trading for mid. I mean, you'd never want your anti-mage to die, though. That's...
Yeah, but is mid not worth it, though?
For an anti-mage, probably about even. It's probably about an even trade.
Oh, you'd say that's how valuable the anti-mage is?
Yeah, you would like this hero to have some free first 15 minutes, I think. Same with the Spectre. I mean, it's just ideal for your late game carry because they farm so slowly that if they die at this point, like... It delays the Battle Fury, which means it delays like the domino effect or the snowball effect that happens after that.
What did you think of the choice of him going for the Orb of Corrosion? I've seen this a lot in anti-mages, but it's like PA. Sometimes it feels very underwhelming.
I like it. I think if you're gonna, he is using Mana Void to farm.
Fair enough.
Which you see a lot of people doing these days.
Yep.
Genuine efficiency play. I mean, there's not much of a Mana Void target on the enemy team anyway, so he's not gonna show up to a fight right now.
Exactly.
But no, I like the Orb of Corrosion. I feel like it's a very solid item with how Mana Break works right now. You slow people enough that you can get them to low mana, and then when they're low mana, you slow them with the Mana Break. Like, gives you kill threat.
Okay. And is that kill threat more important than the actual getting kills themselves? Like, the idea that anti-mage actually is a bit threatening adds to it?
Definitely. I think the carry meta has just changed where you don't want to be this useless sack of shit for the first 10 to 15 minutes. You're going to lose.
Sacred. He's been shackled. Dark Mago is coming. Avalanche use. Sacred gets the cookie off on top of the toss. I don't think that worked out. Sacred is going to fall first. Dark Mago regrets helping his teammate as he himself will fall despite the Frost Shield from Pandamu. The supports are here for Thunder Awaken, but they quickly realize there's no point in fighting, even committing the hunt. However, Matthew wants to punish this. They dove a bit too far. Panda was a lot of damage. Miposhka trying to get the shackles off. He's healing back up, and that will secure the kill on Panda in exchange for Miposhka.
Collapse has 150 damage. You don't trade with this guy right now. You get the hell out. 2,000 HP as well.
So, would you say that was a bit of an overcommitment? Because they sent so many heroes there, nobody could defend mid, and Storm and Io kind of solo took it.
Yeah, that was definitely a bit of a blunder from Thunder Awaken. The toss is... That's not what you want to see. Interrupting the cookie and not stunning with the toss. That basically turns 2 stuns into duds. Like, it's rough. I mean, that's how Tiny goes when you play it in this core position, though. Like, it happens, but it happens at a very rough time. So Thunder Awaken, now they're looking to smoke, and get back into the game, essentially. Because 5k gold deficit with an anti-mage on the other side and a Wisp plus Storm, not a good position to be in.
Well, I would agree. We do have a smoke by Thunder Awaken.
They're going to find him, maybe. Oh, Yutaro. This is the classic Yutaro.
Yeah, he's so good at evading ganks.
He knows. He just knows.
This
is what he did at TI, man. This is the same shit.
And in fact, the rest of Team Spirit, they're also aware of this, which is why they reveal themselves, going for their own smoke, finding Matthew. From cockroach to chicken, the shackles right as the spike carpus ends, sorry. And Matthew, he could be in trouble himself. He is kind of tanky, actually. But will finally fall. Darkmago wants to avenge his dead teammate. He's going for Mira, but the shackles stop this play. Sacred now joining. As in the backlines, Pandamu does get caught. Darkmago still has the haste rune, so he'll be able to retreat. However, his teammate, Sacred, might not be so lucky. Another set of shackles to secure the last kill of this engagement. Jenkins, don't Thunder Awaken seem a little bit aimless in their moves sometimes?
I think they're getting read like a book here, that's all. Collapses.
What is happening to Darkmago right now?
This one's looking rough. This is looking rough. Collapse is such a tremendous problem in these fights. Like, just this wall and the way that he's bodying up high grounds, the way that he's like going on the back lines, abusing the fact that he's farming somewhere, getting 100 plus damage, and then coming to the fights and just punching Lich. It looks hard to deal with. Very hard to deal with. And then we see Yutaro as well show up to the fight. That's where the Orb Corrosion comes in. He can actually get some farming action on by farming heroes instead of just farming creeps. Kills give so much gold and XP now that I feel like if you don't show up to fights as a carry and you're free farming, you'll have less XP than the carries that are showing up to fights. That's just how it feels.
DG curse a little bit, right?
Yeah, and that's why they do both. That's why a lot of the times carries try to do both at once.
Do you feel like it's become harder to play carry as a result because you have to be really optimal with your moves?
I personally think carry is an insanely hard role. Like,
really?
I think you have to be. You can't just hit creeps right now lazily. Like, it doesn't work like that.
Darkmago? That was a great jump by Miposhka, but he realized he's a bit too far in. However, this team fight will be taken by Team Spirit. Miposhka is alive thanks to the eye of Darkmago. Will die immediately to Tokyo. Matthew is now being hunted down. He will regret ever thinking he could kill this Mira. Sorry, not Mira, the Shaman. Mr. Miposhka.
Yeah, he was playing 4 position essentially this game.
Yeah, that's why I got confused there.
No.
Thank you, Jenkins.
No.
What a nice cover.
And they're using the Underlord ult to go back to Fountain to get that nice little refill for Toronto Tokyo. I mean, the other heroes are in Fountain too, getting some regen, but who gives a shit? You got a Storm with an Arcane Rune, full mana now.
Yep.
And Collapse is like, ooh, some free farm bottom lane. Don't mind if I do. Yeah.
The 7k lead. What are the plays now for Thunder, Jenkins? What is their... how do they get back into this game now?
It's definitely you're looking to combo some big ultis here.
Okay.
You want, you know, a very nice Sacred Mortimer's Kisses, maybe a Lich ult on to 2 heroes that are stunned by Matthew. That's really what you can go for. You've got the item timings for sure. Anything big coming out.
Do you think they have a force multiplier to play around here?
A force multiplier?
Oh, sorry. A player taught me that name. Is like when you have like a big ult like Ravage or Black Hole, that if you are good enough, you will always be able to turn around the game.
That's a good concept. I like that. I've never thought of a word for it, but like these abilities where you can hit enough heroes that you always have a chance to win.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think Lich ult to a degree and Snap ult are definitely like that. Even Matthew with Impale, like if he can hit 3 targets with an Impale, anytime you have an AoE stun, I think to a degree it's a force multiplier, but not to as much of a degree as, you know, a Chronosphere or a Black Hole,
sure.
Obviously. But they have enough of them, enough of the smaller ones. Yeah, there's for sure potential. Even though it's a 7k gold deficit at 17 minutes, which a lot of the time feels insurmountable in Dota, 8k now, they do have something.
Okay, I like that. I like that analysis. So there is still good chances for them.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
Regenerate. Oh, dude, Toronto Tokyo is so stoked.
Yes.
The dream.
The Storm Spirit game.
Damn, dude. He's going back for a Witchblade.
He is? I was about to comment this as he active PKB. Trying to go for Darkmago. First objective. He's stuck in this pit of Malazos. Can't get away despite the cookie. Rooted once again. His teammates are giving up on him. Darkmago's been left alone. Oh, Panda never gave up on his mid lane. Toronto Tokyo actually got stopped thanks to the Sinister Gaze. Collapse dies the result. Mira as well. And Thunder was capable of re-engaging. Well done. Panda just follows Darkmago wherever he goes. Huh?
Yeah, they were out there. That's it. They just were 5-man behind that. That was a bait, and they turn around on the tankiest hero.
The bit you can see there, right? Like his teammates are just kind of staying in the trees, and they realize like Malo can actually survive this. At the last second.
Tons of HP, tons of HP on Tiny. I mean, we've been talking about Collapse having so much HP. Tiny's only got 500 less HP just based on the hero having such insane strength gain and base strength.
You know how they developed this strategy behind Dark Mago was
by playing with him and just seeing that he'll go in.
Well, no, this is the worst part. Dark Mago, so the team, when they were first formed with Matthew, right, they were starting to get more complex strategies. And Matthew would be like, all right, guys, we got to play calm. We don't have our ultimates, whatever. And Dark Mago would go, you guys are, effing cowards. I'm going to jump in. And he would just fucking go.
He does do that.
Yeah, and then his teammates would let chastise him after the game, but they realize you can't take that out of Dark Mago. So they learn to play with it instead.
It's a personal thing, yeah, it's for sure.
Because he keeps saying this even in major games. So,
I love that Yatoro just picks up the Aegis and immediately starts hitting in a hard camp. Blinks on Matthew. Matthew's like, oh no, and then Yatoro's just like, dude, I didn't want you, bro. You don't give gold. Well, not as much as a juicy Satyr camp.
And it will take much more effort, right?
Yeah, definitely.
It's all about effort versus... That would be an interesting stat. Effort versus gold game.
Yeah, how could you measure effort is the thing.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good
Sometimes
point.
It looks like people are playing effortlessly, and they're just so good. I mean, Yatoro, when he dodged that gank and shat wheeled, like he's not at a major, like he's just in a pub and saw them smoke, or maybe there was a scouting of the smoke, but it's like he knew they were looking at him. He knew that they had those 2 wards on him, but he didn't. There's no way for him to know that.
I heard Miposhka sometimes makes those calls as well a little bit, because he's a bit of a speed demon like Soneko.
Oh.
Yeah, I hear he's a big part of the vision as well.
I see.
I mean, you see him play on his Bane, and his Bane is somehow always in the exact right position to break smoke.
Somebody's got like a third eye on that team. Like they just know things.
They actually do. They all keep it inside a box, and they only reveal it to the chosen ones.
I see. Okay.
Have you not seen the eye?
No, I haven't. They pass it around during the game, or just let it sit there and fester?
I think it's the coach that keeps it.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
And he just keeps rubbing it, and the eye gives him tips. I don't know.
Oh, I see.
That's how they want the eye. They forced Xiaowei to pick Skyreth Mage as opposed to Rubik.
I don't remember that game.
That's
a long time ago.
Okay, Tokyo initiated with a BKB. We do get a toss back. Yeah, Matthew will be safe thanks to this. Tokyo realizing his BKB is running out, so he's TPing immediately. Put the haunt from Bakaz. Is not going to be waited upon. Mira is going to be the target, and that's going to be a dead Io. In fact, they want to kill both supports. Miposhka will join his teammate in death.
This is something that you cannot do versus Spectre. And because he is showing you exactly why, showing us exactly why. Okay, Yatoro gets caught out. But he blinks away. He's just fine.
He got the counterspell off right there.
He did, yeah.
On the toss.
He maybe could have gone down twice if they were able to chainsaw. Like if they had +1 people. That's collapse.
Cookie.
He's just messing around, just poking. He knows he's very hard to kill. He's got a BKB.
Darkmago needs to position himself so that one cookie can get him out of the pit, just barely, right?
Yeah.
It's a difficult thing to play around.
It is, but you have an answer at least, which is presumably, maybe they picked. Did the Snapfire come after the Underlord?
Yeah.
I think it did, right? So I think
the last pick, right?
Yeah, I think that's probably another reason that I was not thinking about during the draft, but obviously these guys.
Yeah, they're better than us.
Yeah, and Snapfire experts as well. Like they're
true.
It's a 2-fold better than us,
I mean, they're 5-fold better than me. I would say only 2-fold.
Yeah, I just meant in that sort of scenario. I would say like close to 10.
Yeah, I'm not even comparable.
Lots of folds. Pandabu, he's gonna go down. Does trade the BKB for it though on Toronto Tokyo.
Not bad. Oh, Darkmago does get caught. However, we now have a Force Staff on Matthew. Just in case the cookie was not enough, Force Staff will make sure Darkmago is always sent away. Darkmago out of mana, but doesn't care because he's not looking to engage. Can Team Spirit turn this into an objective? Probably not the mid-tier 2, right?
Shaman's our only objective taker. I mean, he's got wards. He could use it, but tier 2s,
Especially mid, right?
Yeah, mid. Because mid is.
Oh,
they're trying to make it go.
Yeah, and they might be punished for staying here too long. In fact, Toronto Tokyo will die. Darkmago still on the chase for this little ball of light. Mira does get the tether off, which allows him to survive. As
Darkmago's going in.
He did toss an illusion. That's not what they were looking for. Collapse. Still wanted to fight this. They still have 2 less than Yadoro. And the move. Not saved by the cookie, but he will be able to run out afterwards. Matthew Still has a 4-step, so he's not going to get killed just yet, but a Mana Void in the backlines does kill Panda. Yatoro is capable of escaping both Thunder and my camera, because I'm trash. And now the Mortimer's Kiss is to try to save that Mago, who's going to go really low, out of mana, slow down. Yatoro will get this kill. Miposhka as a counter kill, but it's not equal here. Yatoro, in fact, going for Sacred next. Sacred also out of mana. The Bullwhip just in case, but the Spike Carpus on that Battle Fury Cleave might have just given Sacred some valuable seconds of life. In fact, almost getting the Scatter Blast, but not enough. And now Pakas will be the last one to be in trouble. Ball lightning from Toronto Tokyo. From downtown, he clears both the last heroes remaining on Thunder Awaken.
That fight went on for long enough that Toronto Tokyo, who
Could
died right at the start of it, is able to come back in. See, as he's respawning, you know, Thunder's like, oh no, no, get out, guys, get the hell out. Not in time though. Like Yatoro and Collapse are both playing so aggressively, knowing that like they don't want to go on Yatoro because he's got all his magic resistance. He had Aegis, and then Collapse. I mean, he's just a wall. He's just a wall.
He is.
Like, he's not gonna die. It's not happening with the VKB, especially.
I mean, the courage to actually make the call, understand, like, we have one man down. We can still fight this, right?
Yeah, for definitely something that I would say, like, that has got to be Yataro's call.
Yes, because he knows he's strong enough.
He's the Aegis carrier. He's anti-mage at 25 minutes into the game. He's hitting his timing. Like, he's like, you know, the moment Toronto Tokyo dies, he's going to shut up because he knows that it's not his call to make. His team's like, we can go in for sure. And Collapse is a wall, so he knows he's not going to die regardless. Doesn't mean you can go in. But Yatoro, he's going to be the one that knows.
And notoriously, the teams I always thought were very good at this were SCA teams, right? They really understood the difference between resources and, like, deaths. Like, they just saw heroes as another resource.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's one of my favorite points that I always used to bring up about SCA teams that I noticed with them. Like, that it was original Fnatic, like way back in the day, original Fnatic.
Thank you, yes.
They would smoke 4v5 because there was no Ravage or something. And it was like, at the time, at least as a North American pleb, like, if it's 4v5, you don't make a goddamn play.
That's
you
a very North American way of thinking.
Yeah. It's too simple. It's too simple to think like that, and teams are a lot better at it now, for sure.
It's true. I would still say, for example, T1, at least this TI T1, was to be the favorite team at doing that. They would incredible.
Oh, yeah.
They would smoke 2 versus 5. I started calling those the SCA smokes because they wouldn't care. My teammates just died. Let's go. Time to fight.
Yeah, current Fnatic does similar stuff.
True.
Cooler stuff. I won't get into it.
Yeah, sorry.
We do have a Dark Mago walking up the high ground.
This is a very typical play for him. He has BKB, however, and he realizes collapse a wall, but, you know,
sometimes you just bash your fists into a wall.
Yes, and they're bloody, and Narkmago just realized that, so he threw a tree instead at a much more softer object, Mira. But Pandamu's already dead. Mira actually not that soft, and Pakas could be in trouble. He just got decimated. In fact, the Mana Void might have just killed Matthew there by accident as well. Sacred, equally as squishy. But now that all the resources have been spent, Thunder think they can still take this fight. The TPs are coming out, the BKB, the buybacks here as Pakas tries to kill us on Tokyo. That Fiend's Gate is too strong. Yatoro stayed though. He does the Fiend's Gate, but the Shackles cancel Sacred, and that's gonna be a dieback for him. Thunder Awaken thought they could take this, but they thought wrong, Jenkins.
That's 4 buybacks from Thunder Awaken. They've got 3 heroes dead. No buyback. The good news for them. Oh no, this is not good.
Oh, they actually baited
Toronto Tokyo.
Can they kill Toronto Tokyo in time? No, he has the ball lightning.
Okay.
Gets away. He calculated that just in case he got hit by the Impale.
I don't know.
No, he 100%. Toronto Tokyo is he's a conservative man, if anything.
He felt it in his bones. That's one thing. I remember we interviewed Amar about some timber build that he did, and he said, like, I don't think about my builds. It just happens. Like, I played this hero so much that I just do the right build. It's like, all right, that's a very ATF thing to say. But I think it's for Toronto Tokyo, it's similar. A lot of these young players, they just feel that something's the right move, and it's because they've made the calculation subconsciously.
That's probably true, actually. Honestly, if there's a player in Team Spirit that does this, it's Toronto Tokyo.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Yeah, that's why they have the coach.
Like that, I mean, come on. He didn't cancel and try to run away. He trusted that it was enough to go through the Fiend's Gate.
Yeah, exactly. That was really good.
It's the goofiest way to escape from a fight. He's just in Fountain as a Storm. I mean, that's one thing that, surprisingly, it's taken a while for people to notice that this is a thing you can do. Give Storm free Fountain trips with the Fiend's Gate. I mean, it's similar to like the Kunkka X, except
because
you can get a lot more resources with the Fiend's Gate.
He was breathing heavy there, Jenkins. He was very scared for his life.
Yeah, he was.
As Spectre, you have to play this way, but it's always very dangerous.
I can't help but feel that he's breathing heavy in this game, just regardless.
Yeah, because the game is rough. But they do manage to snag a kill on Miposhka. That's not going to be sufficient, though. They need some cores here. I mean, that's not even space, I would say. They just wasted a bunch of buybacks, did nothing with them. Thunder Awaken. Can they even get back to this game, Jenkins? Do you think so?
Let's look at their items. Let's see what they have coming up. Orchid on Spectre, useless. This is going to help kill the backliners, which are dying anyway.
Yep.
Because Yatoro just picked up a BKB. He's got the Manta as well, Scotty.
I mean, would you build something else in the situation?
Maybe. I mean, I'm an idiot, so this is going to be a much better
generic
build.
you.
Sure. I'm just saying I would trust because he's thought about this a lot. But Basher.
Okay, indulge me. Imagine you're Purge. What would you say?
If I'm Purge. Well, guys, I think that probably there's a little bit more. Actually, the DPS numbers on Abyssal Blade are quite a bit higher. Was it patch 7.369?
You know what I would love if he built Plate Mail.
Plate Mail is such a value item, guys. Let me go ahead and explain over the next 2 hours why the 1 armor on Plate Mail gets me off.
The 10 armor.
Yeah. You're
a terrible purchase. You don't even know the stats, mate.
Yeah, I really don't. I mean, whatever. You feel it as a Dota player, you know.
Yeah.
True Dota player. That's the excuse.
There we go. Miposhka. Look at this guy. I think Miposhka is honestly the king of vision in Tier 1 team. I think he understands vision to a bigger degree than most everyone.
You know what I cannot get over?
Okay.
Miposhka removed me from my Steam friends
I
list.
thought it was going to be a real analysis here.
No, I think it's because I changed my name to 3 or Pudge, and then in brackets probably Pudge anyway. And it was a
okay. Oh,
collapses in. He's very tanky with BKB,
but they have enough damage this time, Jenkins.
Yeah, Spectre at this point in the game, three illusions. Did he go for the Desolate talent? He did not go for the Desolate talent. He went for the Spectral Dagger talent. Interesting.
It is better for farming, so I guess in a losing game, especially when you're cutting lanes and stuff, right?
Yeah, definitely better for farming. And he went for the Dagger cooldown talent too.
Oh, Torrent Tokyo though. Once again, we talked about they understand 1 man down does not mean they can't fight. And so they take down Pandamu. They wanted Matthew as well, but they used both BKBs. Unsure if they want to continue this now.
And Matthew's staying in the area. He's looking for a go, just chilling around and seeing if, you know, there's some split up action happening. I mean, Dark Mago's just running up the high ground as usual.
As usual.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that the person who gives vision a lot in Team Spirit, or in most teams, is the 5, right? But in
Thunder
Awaken,
yeah,
it's the mid. That's why Panda always plays safe.
I gotta say, I feel like that's a very South American mid laner thing. Like, they're just crazy, just going up high grounds.
Yeah,
like, come on, Chris Luck does that too.
Yes, but Chris Luck is usually lost. He doesn't know he's in the high ground.
He doesn't realize he's in the game.
That Kamago is fully aware of his actions. You know, they had to get him to stop listening to music while he plays because he couldn't listen to his teammates. He would listen to officials as well. He has these reggaeton playlists he loves.
Dark Mago?
Yeah. And he sends it every single lobby you're with him. He will send his reggaeton song he's currently listening to so that everyone can enjoy it with him.
He does that in pubs too. He does.
Oh, he does that in pubs too? That's wild.
He'll all chat. He'll all chat that.
Will he all chat the lyrics as well?
No, I don't think so. Not the lyrics. Just the YouTube link.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna type that in. You can't copy paste that. I didn't know it was reggaeton.
When he first messaged
that sounds like a pasta.
Reggaeton is a common music and is a very popular music in South America and in Spain as well. Very Hispanic.
I see.
I mean, Pitbull is like a bad version of it.
I like Pitbull.
Well, there we go. So you must love reggaeton.
Oh, all right. I'll give it a gander.
Yeah.
For Dark Mago.
For Dark Mago, yeah. What a curious character. When I first met him, I shook his hand. I thought he was going to speak to me in reggaeton lyrics, and he actually speaks real Spanish. It's very weird to me.
That's real Spanish.
Well, as opposed to the fake one that, you know, people like me speak.
Oh, I see.
I only pretend like I'm one of them.
Okay.
Yatoro? That's a ridiculous amount of attack speed.
He's hitting very quickly, in my opinion. I can hear that in my... It's a very satisfying attack noise, though.
You know why? Because Anti-Mage is one of the heroes with a reduced BAT, so you actually get much more out of the attack speed.
Oh.
There, we turned that stupid comment to actual analysis.
Oh, Dark Mago's flying in!
He is, and he might kill the Anti-Mage? No way. He's lacking a lot of damage. He was just a distraction for the Haunt to come out, and the Haunt's for the backlands. The Orchid's been used. They want to get rid of the Miposhka. Archmago finishes him off, but Bakas could be in trouble himself. Forced up to get him in a better position, but the Underworld was ready, and the Haunt gets Bakas away! He TPs, but the damage is too high. Pakaz will die. Thunder, Awaken, lose their mid laner as well. It's up to Sacred to carry this fight, but he knows he can't. Instead, he tries to TP, gets baited by the Mana Void, and Thunder will lose all 3 cores.
Dude, I saw the funniest interaction in that fight. So Dark Mago's getting gone on by Toronto Tokyo, and he's like, oh, get out of here. He tosses Toronto Tokyo to Yatoro, who presses counterspell and tosses him right back, and Dark Mago just goes down. That's got to be the most confusing thing as a Tiny. It's like, oh, thank God I'm safe. It's like, oh, no, no, no.
Oh, that is terrifying.
That was a nice fight. Yeah, I mean, imagine being Toronto Tokyo, you're just getting tossed around like a football. And then he dies at the end of it. I mean, that's horrific.
Yeah, but he got the kills he was looking for. With these 3 cores dead, it's up to the supports to do a lot of work here. Matthew does start with a beautiful Impale, but they did combine that with a Frost Shield. If you want to defend this, you need to be utmost efficient, and that was not efficient.
There's no defending this. Oh, that certainly helps.
No,
Yeah, Taro, he's in.
Panda at the Glimmer Cape, though.
Panda respecting the aggression of Yatoro God himself.
Yes.
Instant Glimmer. He was walking up and debating a bit there. I mean, yeah, this is just Grandmaster Anti-Mage things. You know at this point, the guy feels like a god. He literally has it in his name.
Oh, yes, true. He did change his name, Yatoro God.
Yep.
Should we call him like that? Is Yatoro disrespectful to him?
Yes.
Oh.
He told me.
He did?
Yeah, he'll fight you.
Is that when he showed you the eye?
No, I didn't get to see the eye.
Oh, okay. Okay, Yatoro. Take the racks here. Yatoro God.
My man's just taunting while casually barracksing
Since Yatoro
Thunder Awaken.
I think Yatoro is a reference to an anime, so can we call him Kami-sama?
You say anime? You really like to pronounce things right, I gotta say. You really like being the right guy.
What do you mean? How are you supposed to pronounce it wrong?
Anime, yeah, I don't know.
Dark Mago. He's in trouble himself. BKB used. He's safe somewhat, but the BKB will not help him get any kills, and Pakaz is stuck in no man's land. Pakaz, where are you going, buddy? Your base is the opposite way. But he can't return to it because there's 5 heroes in between.
No.
There's the Haunt. He's praying they can't find him. He's in the Haunt to distract him, and it's kind of working. Dark Mago goes in as he usually does, but he gets punished by that Pit of Malice. Dark Mago is down for the count, and now Pakaz might join him in the grave. Pakaz can't do anything. He just gets killed off by the Firestorm as Sacred comes in towards the end, hoping to at least kill Mira, but the GG is called. Thunder Awaken has had enough, and they have been defeated. Team Spirit will take game number 1.